What's going on, Server Squad? Here we are, back in Wasteland 3, and today we're going over another build guide. And as you can tell, this one is going to be focused around this crazy looking character right here, Bobo the Clown. If that sounds like it's something that interests you, then stay tuned. That's coming up next.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Whee.
Welcome back, all you guys and girls. So yeah, as you can kind of see, this guy's a bit special. Look at him, but in a good way. He is actually the epitome of a glass cannon build. If you are all about dishing out that damage and kind of trying to get the turns done before the enemy gets a chance to hit you, then this guy is right up your alley. Now, as I said, his name's Bobo, and he is a killer clown. You may well have guessed. It gets to a certain point in Wasteland when you realise, I'm just going to make the coolest, funniest looking characters I can and go out and absolutely decimate. And as you can tell, judging from him right here, you can kind of tell that's exactly what I've done. Killer clown with what looks like a fireworks shotgun. What could go wrong? Before I go straight into the build guide of this guy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck on a tiny little bit of footage and just show you what he's all about. So hopefully you'll enjoy that and you'll see if it's your type of build. Right, so hopefully from that you could tell that this guy is definitely strong enough. Now, what if I told you that that was without any kind of mega crits, as he has no luck on his build, and that he's also a fire build. So when he shoots against machine types, he actually has a lot of reduced damage. I believe it's 30%. So just from that, could you imagine what this character could do against the standard fleshy type enemies? He absolutely tears them apart. So, as you can tell, the main thing is the jackhammer shotgun. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm a big fan of this, and I think it's probably the most powerful gun in the game. There's a lot of guns in this game that are very overpowered, some aren't as good, and some are really late game. This one you get really, to be perfectly honest, you get it quite early. As long as you find Chibus, you can get this really early in the game, and you won't need to upgrade or change over to anything else as a shotgun character. Now, I've tried a few builds on this, but I think this is very likely the best. What you're going to want is the Farsight computer assisted scope, the underbarrel which gives you the fire damage, the The magazine, which is the quick fire mag, which I've gone over in a previous guide, this is just too good to miss the chance on a shotgun. Minus 1 AP to attack. 2 shots per shot on a shotgun. That absolutely devastates everything. As you saw in that clip, it takes out a Scorpitron in 1 hit. That's pretty crazy. And down here, the choke that I really like on it, if you wanted to change this for just a standard choke with the cone angle of 20, I would not blame you whatsoever. I really like this. I find you've still got enough range, but it's down to your own preference. And that is the ragged choke. All in all, these on this gun right here are basically top tier. Turn it into an S rank gun and you will absolutely wipe the floor with pretty much everything. Anything fleshy is not going to survive unless you are very, very unlucky and you basically miss them. And now over here, what I've put on, and it's completely up to you. If you wanted to put something else on, like the Commandant's helmet or something like that, you very well could do. But this set seems perfect for this build, and if you wanted to upgrade a little bit, you could. But Spectrum, Spectrum and Spectrum. And the combat speed is really what you're after. A little bit of crit and combat speed. If you were like earlier game and you didn't quite have this yet, then just chuck on anything that kind of fits that criteria. Another lot would be probably the commando gear. Now, as you can see, I haven't put anything in the secondary. That is down to your own preference. If you wanted to put the neutralizer on, you very well could. But to be perfectly honest, you don't need anything else. One of the integral things with this build, and one of the best things that I actually overlooked a little bit, is just down here, the Adrenal Enhancer. Now, all day long I've been talking about AP. AP is pretty much God mode in this game. The more you've got, the better it is for you. But another thing that you really need to learn, if you can get your combat speed high enough, you can make it so that your character can get far enough up the field to do some real damage to the enemy. That's pretty much what we're going for with this build. Now, if you take a look at his stats, just over here, he has absolutely no health whatsoever. 55. You can quite easily get that higher, and you can mix and match a few things to get it even more so if you wanted to spec out of other things. But what you're doing with this character is just getting those really early kills. So just down here, his action points are 11, his hit chance is 115%, his crit chance is 21, and his crit damage is 1.7. It's not bad, but those two in quite a few builds will be higher. But if you have a little look here, sneak attack damage 305%. So as you can tell, this guy is going to be the guy that we initiate with. One other major thing to check is just down here. His combat speed is 4.1. That is massive. Absolutely massive. You can get it slightly higher if you want to, but it makes it so that you have less damage. This worked out perfect in this build, I found. Right, so coming over to the attributes, and coordination is all the way maxed. Like I said, you want that AP. Just down here, you've got your awareness maxed. Your speed again is maxed, and the reason for that, like I said, you want to be able to move around. You want to be able to pick up that kill. You want to be able to move on to the next one, take another shot. The way we're going to be speccing this shotgun, it will have 2 AP per shot, and it will do ridiculous damage, as you've already seen. Down here is intelligence, and what you can do is very late game, spec a little bit up here into luck, because when you get that mega crit, everything will absolutely fall over, even on Supreme Jerk. For the quirk, and what I've done, like I said, we're going pure glass cannon. Sado Masochist. Basically, you'll get extra 33% damage on everything, but you're going to die if you get hit. Don't get hit. Initiate first, hit hard, make sure they die, and that way you're just going to pretty much end everything at the first turn without even needing to worry. Down the bottom here, and we've got fire damage bonus 15% from the Disciple of the Metal. Now over here, and for the skills, we've got sneaky stuff maxed all the way out. And the reason for that is because you get the perk Lights Out. Like I said, this guy's going to be our initiator. You want him to hit hard, you want him to hit fast, you want him to take out whatever he hits first. Small arms. Now if you can put this to 10, go for it, but you only actually need it up to 8, because Devastation is the perk that you want on a shotgun, and you want that from the very start. Out of everything, Devastation is the most powerful. You want to put that on the shotgun as soon as you can and hit as many enemies as you can at one time. The more enemies you clump together with one shot, the higher the damage will be. Toaster repair, and what I've done here is just getting it up high enough, so level 7 to get the heating element. That ups your damage again. Weird science, and put this up as high as you can. The higher you get it, the more damage you'll be doing with your fire damage bonus. Now, I've left some perks so that you can kind of put it on yourself, as it's completely your choice, but the one you will need definitely will be Cyborg Tech. Just down here, clear cover, draw, because draw is basically means when you first attack after reloading, it costs you no AP, which is really nice. Devastation, which is, like I said, pretty much God mode in this game. And just down here, heating element, which ups your fire damage by 25%. Devastation plus heating element plus your background plus your quirk is absolutely ridiculous. You go to town on everyone and nothing survives unless you miss. If it comes up as a miss, then the same as everything in this game, even if you've got 150% hit chance, if you miss something, however, it doesn't matter, they're not going to fall over. That is far and few between though. But as you saw in the clip, it still can happen. Right guys and girls, that's actually quite a nice build to put together. It's quite simplistic, you can chuck it on quite early game to be perfectly honest. It is a very before mid game build. You can chuck all of that on and you will absolutely dominate, and it will be really fun in the process. If you're unsure of where any of the stuff is, just chuck it in the comments and I'll answer you. If I don't, I'm sure someone else will. But if you've seen any of my other previous guides, I'm sure you already know. As always, I hope you've enjoyed, and if you're not part of the Sofa Squad, for all things Xbox and soon Xbox Series X especially, looking forward to Cyberpunk, Outriders, Diablo 4 and all the great games coming out soon, then why not hit that subscribe button and why not hit that bell icon to get regular notifications. And hit that like if you like the video. As always guys and girls, take care, I'll see you on the next day.